Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are part of the world. This is Coach Paul, and welcome to Pinoy Digital Solutions. Now we know that the world is still encountering, being challenged by this pandemic, but we are all okay. How are you doing, Joseph?
Hello, ayan kuya. Balik kami sa GCQ dito sa Laguna, no? So tumataas talaga ang case ngayon sa Pilipinas, and hopefully no na itong ating mga small business owners ay talagang mag-survive, at hindi lang mag-survive no, but mag-thrive amidst na may mga quarantine tayo.
I know, right? It is very appreciative. And tonight, Joseph, for the first time, our guest is gonna be a foreigner, a very special
Wow.
and a very special person for us. So we really need, to be fine tuned tonight, mate. Well, Joseph, please introduce our speaker for tonight.
Okay, our speaker believes that targeted relevant conversations are highly effective in engaging mobile users. He is the founder of Appreneur, a digital marketing agency in Perth specializing in conversational marketing using interactive conversational auto responders or iCARs, also known as chatbots. So our speaker is from Perth, Australia. He is part of a group called New Opportunity Digital Marketers who have embraced messenger marketing. He is actively involved in supporting members in the local marketing pro group where members have access and support to pre-made messenger marketing systems including birthday offers, coupons, voucher, and giveaway
That's
bots.
pretty awesome.
So let's welcome Sir Hilton Davidow.
Mr. Hilton, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us
Hey,
here at Pinoy Digital Solutions.
hey guys, thank you for having me on here. Thank you for that introduction, Joseph. That was awesome.
Yes, that's pretty impressive, and such an honor and privilege to have you here tonight in our show, Beyond Frontliners. And we know it right now, especially the world is facing this pandemic. And how are you there right now in Perth, Australia?
Hey, we're traveling pretty good. I think on the news tonight they reported that we have 2 cases, but in the western part of Australia, so we're blessed to be pretty much free of this terrible virus. Over on the east side of Australia, Victoria, they're experiencing an increase in numbers. So at the moment, I think today they reported that they had 500 new cases. So they're having what we would call is a second wave.
Yes, right now the world is suffering a second wave. In fact, here in Florida, which is 7:03 a.m. right now, the Florida is considered now as the epicenter of coronavirus. But you know what, Joseph? The good thing is, I know this discussion will never be taken out of the picture, but we know that everything is in good hands and in God's control. And entrepreneurs right now are being
Yeah.
challenged. If there's one, really one, community that's suffering right now, it's the community of entrepreneurs, small business owners. Do you believe in that, Mr. Hilton?
Yeah, so I think there's an opportunity for small business owners right now to get involved in, like, obviously there's been a huge increase in people working from home and with on online, and also for people that have been stood down to seek new opportunities, and they would need people to help them to get their new little their endeavors together and to launch whatever it is that they're interested in doing online.
Yeah.
Very true, very true. Mr. Hilton, can you describe us more about the stuff that you are doing? How were you able to get how were you able to get into the world of messenger marketing?
Okay, I had no intention to land up where I am at the moment. So as you can see, my business name is called Appreneur. So back in 2012, actually, I got involved with a whole bunch of other people, we invested in building a mobile app. And then, so I started learning all about the software side of things and programming, not to be a programmer, but to understand it. So prior to that, I was a hardware electronics technician. And so from that opportunity, I then started to look at building mobile apps for small business, for local business. And then in 2016, I came across Messenger, like chatbots on Messenger, when Messenger opened up their API so that developers could build on top of the Messenger platform. And so then I got into that, and since I got into that and I met people, I realized that with chatbots, there's like two different types of schools of people with chatbots. You got your AI, which is your natural language processing, artificial intelligence, sentiment analysis, real heavy-duty stuff run by the big engines, by Google or Amazon, IBM, etc. And then you got messenger marketing, which are what I've termed as an iCAR. It's an interactive conversational autoresponder. It's taking email autoresponding systems and putting it in messaging. So I gravitated towards that, and then I thought, okay, well, now I need to start to learn a little bit more about marketing. And so today I'm in that space of digital marketing.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, sir.
Yeah, and for our question, so what are the principles behind messenger marketing? Can you discuss more so that our listeners, particularly the small business owners, will have the glimpse of what's really messenger marketing is?
Okay, so to me, fundamentally, messenger marketing is a brilliant way to initiate a conversation with people that are interested in your brand or your product. And so top of funnel kind of stuff. And that in local marketing, we use it a lot for delivering coupons or vouchers, giveaways and stuff like that. And this kind of stuff could have typically been offered in email before. And what's really exciting about messenger marketing, and I would strongly recommend that all businesses should look into using messenger marketing, is because of the open rates. So comparisons would be that with a good email campaign, you could get 20 to 30% open rates. And if you were lucky, you might get maybe 3 to 5% of those people that opened the email click through to your offer. Now, with messenger marketing, those open rates are up to 80% or more. And the number of people that are clicking through can be 40% or higher. So if you took those numbers, then it makes it a lot more impactful. If you said, like, if you had a list of 1,000 people and you sent an email out to 1,000 people, you may get 200 people that open the email, and then the number of people that click through might only be, if it's 5%, you get about 10 people that will click through. Now, send a message to 1,000 people on Messenger, and you'll get about 800 people opening that message. And if you're getting about 40%, I think it's 500. Like, it's about 400 people or something that are less, about 300 and something people that are clicking through. I haven't done the maths, but it's a significantly higher number. Then put a dollar value on that. If you're selling a product for $17, it's huge. So the opportunity there through messenger marketing is fantastic. And I would say that those, for me, I always tell people about the open rates. It's all about, for me, it's all about the open rates.
That's pretty impressive, sir. And as you mentioned about comparing it to other applications, what do you think is its difference? What makes it different from other applications that we use aside from the open rates that we talk about?
Okay, it's the instant response that you can get. So you can send out a message, you can ask a question, and you can get a response immediately, and you can take a subscriber down a path. So it's really good at automating your let's call it segmentation. So I'll give you an example. If if you're an online store or even a brick and mortar store and you're promoting a specific product, you can then put an offer through some kind of an advert or a post on Facebook or something on your website. And then people that are interested in the offer can come in. And if the product has different variables, like different sizes, colors, or whatever, you can ask inside of Messenger what they prefer. And then I'm going to give you a good example because I always like using this example. Let's say you run a competition or a contest for home renovation, and you're wanting to build up your brand awareness, and so you're offering a prize, and the prize is $1,000 off a home renovation. So when people enter into the contest, you can ask them, hey, if you were to win the contest, would you be renovating your bathroom, your kitchen, or your living room, or whatever, outdoors? So the people can click on a button and they give a response, and that's the instant interaction that comes back. Now you've segmented your audience, so you'll know who's interested in a bathroom renovation and a kitchen renovation, etc. So your future marketing can be very targeted and specific to those people, because if they're interested in a kitchen renovation, then that's the message, that's the language you're going to be talking to them specifically about. And so that, for me, is a fundamental difference from some other kind of marketing method where you don't have that opportunity to get that instant interaction with the subscriber.
And as you said, the key word there is that there is an instant interaction. Most people who are glued into their Facebook pages are actually checking their Messenger, and there's a separate, distinct app for Messenger on their, when they use their smartphones.
There is, yeah. So that's another benefit for businesses to consider, because, as I said, I was moving into the direction of providing mobile apps for small business. And one of the biggest sticking points or challenges was getting people to download a mobile app. So people have typically like about 5 apps that they use on their phone all the time. And it's difficult to convince people to download another app. And so with messenger marketing, most people, it's like 1.3 billion people or something along those lines, have got Messenger installed already. And the requirement of having to get people to download an app is taken away. So that friction point is totally removed, because most people have got Messenger already installed.
That's pretty impressive, sir. Joseph, some more questions? Joseph?
Yeah, and actually I already checked the website of Sir Hilton, and I tried the birthday coupon code.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Even
Oh.
even in the poster, there's a name dedicated for me. So that's how it works, no? And Sir Hilton, if there are small business owners here who are listening and they are interested in chatbot, how can they start about it? They just need Facebook page, or what are the tools that they need?
Okay, so probably most business owners will already have a Facebook page. So if you've got
Yes.
a Facebook page, what you would need to do is attach a messenger marketing tool, so or chatbot, the platform. So there's a number of different platforms out there, and the one that I use predominantly is ManyChat, but there's also ChatFuel, Mobile Monkey, Sulfurbots is another one that's good. There's a whole, like today in 2020, there are like tons and tons of platforms that are all, challenging to be the best. I would suggest that for getting started, look at a platform called manychat.com. And what you would do is once you've logged into Facebook and you sign up with them, they use your Facebook login to create an account. And it's a seamless process. You would then just fill in a questionnaire. Like the platform would be interested to know why you are installing the software. Is it because you're wanting to use it for your business, or is it because you want to use it for other businesses, or is it just for testing? And then you would then connect your page to the platform. And once you've connected your page to the platform, some programs like bots.social, it's an Australian product out of Brisbane. You can actually build your bot without having to connect it to a Facebook page. And once your bot is ready, you can then connect it to a Facebook page. So, and there's a couple of other platforms that do that as well. But most of the platforms, you have to have your Facebook page connected before you can start building. So once you've got your page connected, you can then go in and start creating messages. So I'd like people to learn from what I learned. And so I'll give you my experience. So back in 2016, coming into 2017, coming out of building mobile apps, my mindset was all about, oh, wow, we can take all of the features of a website. We can put them in Messenger so people can go about us and our products and a whole, basically duplicate what you have on your website in Messenger. And so I went and I started building these kind of Messenger chatbots where people had access to a lot of information in Messenger. And we built a chatbot that you could book a coffee. You could go pick up a coffee. You could book Uber. And I was using the platform I was using for that was FlowXO, because at that point in time, the other platform, like the likes of ManyChat, they didn't have that integration power at that point in time. So that bot actually failed because people weren't actually using it. And what I subsequently have found, and this is the value that I can give you for if you're a small business and you're wanting to use Facebook Messenger to reach your customers or your prospects or your potential customers, is don't think about building this amazing big bot with all your features and your products and about you and all that kind of stuff. Use it for what we call in Local Marketing Pro, what we call the money flows. So basically marketing, where you can provide an offer and people will come in, know where you're coming in, and know where you got to go out. So basically, all we build today is somebody will come in from an ad or a post. They'll receive a lead magnet or some information that they're after. They'll be, that will get delivered to them. They can download it or whatever. We'll pick up some information from them, like their email or their phone number. And so it could be an entry into a competition. Then we can give them access to the competition, tell them that they've registered, give them points, etc. So it's a very simple. I mean, if you look at the flow, it won't look that simple, but the concept is very simple. Bring them in through Messenger and then deliver what it is that you want them to have. You don't need to have anything more than that. You can. I'll give you an example of what I mean. I've seen a lot of people that are building these amazing chatbots. They are incredible, where you can look at a menu, for example, for a restaurant. You can swipe through the images. You can place your order, and you can pick your product, the number of products, the number of items that you want, and you can pay for it all within Messenger. For me, that's a lot of fiddling around on Messenger, swiping through images and stuff like that, and all the questions that they're asking you, like if you want extra toppings and stuff like that. I think a better user experience is you bring people into Messenger, where you offer them a button for your online menu, where people will be then taken to what we call a web view, where it is a professionally run mobile ordering platform, and all the work's been done for you. It's really simple, and it's very the user experience is great. And so again, as a small business, you don't have to go and build this amazing, complicated chatbot. All you'd be doing is bringing them in, offering them a link to a web view. So I don't know how we started here. I've been talking for a long time, but yeah, okay. So that's what I learned over the last 3 years, is to try and keep things simple in Messenger. I don't think Messenger is the platform for people to start navigating around through all of your products and your offerings. Send them to your website.
That's pretty impressive, sir, and thank you so much for that. We know right now that there's a lot of restaurants and small businesses that have to force themselves to lock down because of different situations that's happening in the world. In Philippines, we know that right now there are restaurants that only do delivery and services. This is a very big challenge for entrepreneurs. Now, the question, sir, with regard to that is that how do we creatively, do a creative, quality, interactive conversational messages, and using these bots? Because you mentioned about the systems, you mentioned about the flow, but in terms of writing the script and showing this to the customers, why is conversation very important right now, especially in in relation to what's happening?
I'm not sure if I got all of that question, but let's just give it a go.
Yeah.
So I'll give you some examples again. At the beginning of COVID-19, we saw that there was an opportunity for people to buy gift cards from restaurants that were having to close down. There was an incentive to, for them to try and raise some money because they weren't getting custom, and that the people could buy gift cards that they could use when everything normalized. So we could very quickly create a flow for people to come in. You ask them for their contact details. You show them a gallery of maybe 3 or 4 gift card images, and the prices maybe from $20 up to $100. and each would have a buy button. That could be implemented within a day, like a few hours. You could sit down and you could build that, and you're having a conversation with these people that are on your page, your followers, and you're communicating with them what you'd like them to do. Also, we were able to also quickly create a bot that offered a coupon, and at the same time it would have a conversation with people and say to them if they wanted to have curbside delivery, and then we would provide a button for them to go and order online, and then we would notify them when the order was ready, and they would come to the venue, and they would send a notification or call the restaurant and say, okay, I'm outside, I've come for pickup. So it's very adaptable to be able to quickly create a conversation and get your message out to your audience. So just today I've been working on what I would call a booking bot. So a local gym has seen a decline in the number of people that are taking up yoga. And so in pretty much about 8 hours from start to finish, that's from talking to the gym about what it is that they need to actually delivering the product. They can now have a post on their Facebook page and advertising the offer. People will come in, they will register. The gym will get the contact details that they can follow up with those people if they need to, and then the subscriber then gets notification that they've been registered, and then we can send a reminder a day before. We can send reminders minutes after if they stop going through the flow. This is the power. It's a very powerful medium for communicating with your customers or your potential customers.
Yes, it's pretty impressive. Joseph, do we have? Are we following up some questions from our viewers?
Yeah, so for those who are listening right now, you can type some questions in our comment box below. And for now, Sir Hilton, what can you share about some best practices in small business or some of your clients with regards to chatbot marketing or messenger marketing?
Okay, so first thing that comes to mind is in the design. One of the best practices. Actually, I've got a PDF with 10 things. I should have had that up here. It's like there's like 10 points. I'm just going to try and pick out a few for you. But number one is this goes back to the two schools of the chatbots, which are the artificial intelligence and natural language process. Those people that are in that space would have you want to not know that you're talking to a machine, that they would want you to think that you're actually talking to a real person, because those machines are like super powerful, where if they get the intent of your question and they try and answer they some of them have been known to be maybe 90% accurate. So for small business and for using it for messenger marketing or brand awareness, let people know that the chatbot is a chatbot, that it's automated response program, and don't try and let them think that it's a person that they're talking to. And a lot of people, so one of the other tips would be is give your chatbot a character. Give it a name, that's appropriate to your business, and say, hey, I'm Rudolph, and I'm a teddy bear, or like, depending on what the business is, and I'm here to help you with your questions, and even like say, so, and I'm still learning a lot, so I might not be able to answer all of your questions. And so those are like best practices in setting up your bot. More best practices are, if you look at conversations that people are having on Messenger between friends and family, it's typically short questions, or like the exchange is like short sentences. So you need to get away from the mindset of email and not send long messages in Messenger, just short messages and a couple of sentences, ask a question, get a response. So that's what we would refer to as the bot copy. So your bot copy needs to be bot copy, not email copy that is copied and pasted into your chatbot. So if you've got a long email, you need to break it down into small chunks. The other thing, best practices would be, I was just watching a video by Mackenzie Lieberman. She did an analysis on reminders, and I think her results were showing that she got an extra about 8% of people opting into an offer because they were simply sent a reminder. So people are busy. If you're coming in, you see an offer, you come in and you're asked for some information, like maybe your phone number, your email, and then you get distracted and then you forget it. Maybe you don't forget about it, but you get distracted and you don't go back to it. So reminders are, it's difficult to know what the number is. I think anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes, if you send a reminder and say to people, hey, we noticed that you didn't complete the conversation. Would you like to carry on? So it's a really good practice to have reminders built in because it increases your conversion rate. I think there's a platform that I was involved with called What's Help. They had that built in automatically right from day one, and they claimed that it increased by 15%. So those are big numbers, and those are a few of the best practices that I could mention to you here.
Well, in terms of using it, just to give our audience a a perspective, a bird's eye view of what we're talking about here in terms of doing the system. I'm showing it right now on my screen on how we're actually doing the bot in our Facebook page, Pinoy Digital Solution. And in fact, when we invited people in in this podcast, we actually use a bot like this. Joseph,
Yep.
right? What were the
Yeah,
stuff that we did here, Joseph?
Actually, once we have our registration page in the website. So after the website, after they sent email to us, they will automatically be redirected to this. So it's like, hi, their first name, thanks for signing up. So we will remind you, something like that. And actually, before this live broadcast start, so we reminded them that there's podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
Very true. And in terms of doing it, as you notice it, we are actually using ManyChat in our application. We're not an endorser of ManyChat, but we just find it very practical. What are more insights that you can share about this, Mr. Hilton?
Well, this kind of reminder. So this is a sort of a different reminder. It's purely, it is a reminder, but it's sort of used in a different way, and it's very powerful. So this is very good for people that are running webinars and these kind of events that we're having right now, because when people get that notification that we're going live, you're just increasing. I don't know what the statistics are, but you're increasing the your viewers by quite a substantial amount. Trying to think other use cases. So webinars, live videos, and even online events. So that booking bot that I was building today, as it happens, we have a reminder put in there that will be sent out the day before the yoga class. So that then brings the everything back top of mind. So they might have signed up for a class 2 weeks ago, and then the day before they're like, I nearly forgot. So you totally increase the number of people that show up to the event. It's a free event, by the way, so that's why there's a good chance that people will sign up but not actually commit to coming or forget about it because they haven't put any money into it.
Yes, that's pretty good, sir, in terms of doing it. Especially right now, I know for some people who are, not really very techy, but still we know that this application can still be used by small business owners, and they can just start with basic conversations, right, sir?
Yeah, look, there's on a lot of the platforms now, there are pre-made templates that you can install to get you started, and then all you would need to do is edit the copy to suit your business. So it's not actually that difficult to get started. In fact, the ManyChat platform have a brilliant video course to help people get set up, and you can, it's really, really simple. You can set up a chatbot within minutes. If you've got a Facebook page, and you then open up manychat.com and you connect your Facebook page and install a template, within 10 minutes you can have a chatbot attached to your page, even less. But if maybe I don't know how long it would take somebody that's totally new to do it. It'd be an interesting exercise to do that. But somebody that's familiar with it, they can take a fresh page and they can attach a chatbot to it literally within minutes. So it's not difficult, and it's easy to learn to do. So I would encourage people, embrace this, and you can't really break anything. Just go install it and play around with it. And there's a lot of support in the group. I think the last time I looked, there was about 80,000 people in the group, and
Wow.
so you do get support that's in the ManyChat group. So you can switch the bot off. You can disable it so that if people are getting trying to message the business and they're getting automatic responses, you can just disable the bot so that you stop getting those messages.
Yes, sir. In terms of reaching you out, if there are small business owners who are interested to know about what you're doing, how are they able to reach you, sir?
Okay, so I've got a website, hiltondavidow.com, and there'll be a chatbot on there. You can engage in a conversation. You can leave a message. You can get me on Facebook. It's Facebook/Hilton Davidow. So probably the best places to get me is on Facebook Messenger, on my Facebook page, and then engage in a conversation on Facebook Messenger.
That's pretty cool, sir. Well, again, thank you so much, Mr. Hilton, for joining us live and Beyond Frontliners. Our audience, our followers, really learned a lot, and those people who don't have an idea yet what messenger marketing is, you have given them, or you have enlightened them, in terms of using this platform.
Yeah, it's really good for delivering coupons and vouchers and running giveaways and stuff like that. It's an awesome tool.
Yes, that's pretty cool. And right now, for our listeners, we know this is already the episode 13, right, Joseph?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the episode 13 of Beyond Frontliners, and it's such an honor to have Mr. Hilton in our program. And thank you so much to our listeners, to our viewers for following the Beyond Frontliners podcast. We really did this for you, especially to give you an inspiration, motivation, and more importantly, to remind you that this trying times, this pandemic, we will all rise up. We can all continue to move forward. What are your last words, Mr. Hilton, to our viewers?
Um, you put me on the spot. Let me think. My last words are
Yes.
just yeah, keep safe. Keep your distance from people, and remember, the situation that we're in, and keep positive. And yeah, if anybody is interested in getting started in Facebook Messenger, reach out to me, and I'll help you to get started. I'll show you, where to go to get started. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what other advice to give the viewers. I also want to thank the viewers for stopping in and watching the stream. It's an awesome opportunity, and I pray that you got some value out of this, and that you might get some ideas and some inspiration too.
Actually, before we end, there's a follow-up question from Miss Shell Diane Quillis. Are those
Cool.
platforms free, or we need to pay for them?
They're free. Like ManyChat is free, but you're limited on what you can do with them. So I would recommend that you would use the Pro version. But at least you can start for free, and you can see if there's any limitations there. And then once you get familiar with it, you could then make a decision whether you wanted to spend, for example, $10 per month. That is up to 500 subscribers. And most of the platforms are very competitive with their pricing. But you can start for free, which is it's awesome, and it's an easy way to get in. Not all of the platforms provide a free entry into messenger marketing, so choose your platform properly. And I'm not I'm not sponsored by ManyChat or anything like that, but
Yes.
I would recommend. That's a recommendation from me. Is start with ManyChat. You have the three of us that can help you on your journey to getting started, and that's a huge benefit then.
Awesome. Well, again, to our viewers, listeners, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Beyond Frontliners, especially this trying times. Again, we can all move forward. Thank you for joining us tonight. Remember, don't be part of the problem, be part
Be
of
part of the
the
solution.
solution. Bye bye. Thank you so much.
Awesome. See ya.